chose to showcase the website Animated Drawings. This is a tool that allows you to take any handmade drawing and turn it into an animation. And so this website is really easy to use. In order to start, you just click Get Started and it'll take you through this 4-step process. So the first step is to upload a drawing, and it has a little description right here of what you need. And it says upload a drawing of one character where the arms and legs don't overlap the body. And this checklist states that you want to make sure that the character is drawn on a white piece of paper, no lines, no wrinkles, no tears. Make sure the drawing is well lit, no shadows, and don't include any identifiable information, offensive content, or drawings that infringe on the copyrights of others. So you go right into upload photo, and I'm going to click this drawing that I uploaded that my roommate drew for me. And click next, and then this part, would you like to help our research? This part is like an opt-in or opt-out. Basically, it's just asking if they can have permission to use your animated drawing for research purposes. Honestly, as long as you followed the directions and didn't include any identifiable information, there's not really any harm in clicking agree, but you have the option to disagree. So then it brings you to step 2, which is finding the character. The checklist says to resize the box to ensure it fits tightly around the character. So I'm going to just extend it with the little buttons on the side. So the next step is step 3, it's separating the character. It says if the body parts of your character are not highlighted, use the pen and eraser tool to fix it. So next, step 4 is the final step. It's finding the character joints. So they show you what it should look like once you do it, and then again, another checklist. Over here, you can hover over the little cursor thingies, the little dots, and it'll tell you where you need to place that little dot. So I'm going to click next. So my animation is now ready. Lots of options. You can create a new drawing if you want down here. You could share this one, download it, and then here's an option to fix it if you think they got like the join measurements wrong. This tool is free. As for accessibility, this website isn't that detailed, therefore there's not really much to evaluate, but for what I did find, the words for the step-by-step are pretty descriptive that I don't necessarily think you would need the imagery, but again, they don't have the captions on them, which is not good. I actually used a color contrast accessibility validation tool by the Bureau of Internet Accessibility, and I found that animated drawings would have to increase the contrast by at least 31.58% to pass. It's not going to be good for low vision people. And then for keyboard accessibility, definitely the beginning is more able to as you just click through, but once you have to start adjusting the box, separating the character, and finding the joints on the character, it would be basically impossible. You really have to do all that stuff manually, which, is not an option for some people. However, on the website itself, you're able to zoom in, which is good. Overall, it's really not accessible, and that's kind of disappointing for a demo, but, there's a spot to write feedback. That's good, at least. Anyways, next up, I wanted to talk about this part down here that says, by clicking upload and next and uploading your drawing to this demo, you agree, 1, that you are at least 18 years old or the age of majority in the jurisdiction in which you are accessing this demo. And then 2, to be bound by the animated drawing supplemental terms of service. So I went through this terms of use and wrote down some things that I think are most important to note. First off, anything you submit has to be original work. Infringe upon anyone's intellectual property. You cannot draw anything that previously exists. Children cannot use this platform on their own. So in a classroom, again, under the right jurisdiction, I think it's different, but again, no identifiable information. So no address, no name, no age. Meta is the digital company that owns this website. Basically, agreeing to this, you're granting Meta to do whatever they want with your animation. As long as there's no identifiable information, you're not submitting your name to the website, your email, anything really about you, I really don't see a problem with it. Essentially, it's just saying that you can contribute to the animation public data set. You don't have to, but if you do, you cannot request deletion. And then finally, the Meta privacy policy. It's just restating all of this in a broader sense for, multiple different platforms. Meta has actually been known to treat user data in questionable ways. They're very adamant that they do not sell any information to anyone and never will. That's their words. So should not be a concern, but again, if you don't add any identifiable information, I really don't see any problem with it. But yeah, overall, this website I really, really like. I think it'd be super fun in classrooms, and I also just think it'd be fun for kids at home to try, and I think it's really cool to see your drawing come to life. So yeah, I definitely would recommend this.